Yes, Martin Gray, the York City manager, has joined us live on BBC Radio York. Martin, it wasn't done the easy way in the end, but what were your thoughts of the result tonight?
I thought it was a really good first half performance. I thought the lads up front put a real shift in and put their back four under a lot of pressure. And the goals came at the right time, scoring just on the stroke of half time at 2-0. And I was quite comfortable. It was a game where we had a bit of possession in the second half, and we had to change our shape to go to 4-4-2, and dominated for a good 10-15 minutes. And I was disappointed that we conceded the goals. The second goal is a worldie. He hits it clean and it goes flying in. But we showed some real grit and desire. It was quite easy having 3 injuries over the first 65-70 minutes. Alex Kempster comes off, Lewis Armour comes off, and Alex Patterson comes off throughout the first hour. So, there's lots of changes, and mentality could have been easy, an easy option to sort of a weakness in characters, and I thought we did ever so well. I thought that Sean Newton led us really well through midfield tonight. I was delighted with his performance, as was the back, the defenders. So yeah, I was delighted that we got the result, because I felt we deserved it, certainly after the first hour's performance.
What can you tell us about the injuries? Alex Kempster, obviously great to see him on the score sheet so early, but didn't last that much longer after that, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's just stretched. I think he's possibly got a slight hamstring, so we'll assess him and Louis Alexander, quite similar, both injuries we think. To what degree we don't know, but hopefully Alex Patterson is somewhat only minor, and with Law being tomorrow, and we'll have them assessed and scanned if need to be scanned, and get ready for Charlie.
Hamstring problems always going to be a blow, and that for 2 strikers after we saw no John Parkin in the squad as well tonight. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he's just had a minor operation tonight. We had him scanned yesterday. He's getting his knee cleaned out a little bit. So John's going to be out for a couple of weeks, hopefully 2 or 3 weeks, and hopefully we'll have him back sort of towards the back end of the season before the playoffs. But as I said, we've got him in, we've got him repaired, and he'll be travelling back home tomorrow morning and recovering, get ready to get back on the pitch.
With all that in mind, great to see then James Gray pop up with the winner so late. You're going to, by the looks of it, need to rely on other members of your squad going forward, and good to see him firing so late in the game.
Yeah, he's had a hard time since he's come in. He's had a hard time, and he hasn't done as well as he'd probably like to. I thought when he first came, he was a bundle of energy, just couldn't score in his first 3 or 4 games, and the longer that went on, psychologically it starts having an effect on forwards. I said to the players before the game tonight, between now and the season we'll all play a big part. And he comes on, and I thought Raul did ever so well as well. Strong boy, got down the sides. It was a great ball from Josh Law in the box, great ball, and he got in where a forward needs to get in. He got right in between the 6-yard box, and it's a great finish. And as I said to you, I was delighted for James, because he's had a tough off the crowd, and I understand the crowd's frustration, but he's brave, he's honest, and he wants to do well. And I think you could see that in the way he celebrated. It meant so much to him.
What will that win do going forward, considering obviously you'll come under pressure for your playoff place with those around you, with the games in hand, to have conceded the late equaliser, to have had the character to come back and get that late winner? What will that do for the confidence going forward?
It's about character. I think that's the big word. I think we showed great character tonight, how we started the game, and I was disappointed how we conceded the goals. But we dug in, and I think to come away with a draw tonight would have been a real disappointment. It would have felt like a defeat. So to get a late goal and show that sort of desire to keep putting balls in the box and get yourself in there where it hurts, it was a great feeling. I'm delighted for the players, because as I said, they've worked very, very hard preparing for this game, and they've got the result that they deserved.
It's been a difficult day for fans, I suppose, trying to keep track on events with the club off the field before coming to the game tonight. How has it been for you with the changes at board level, the stepping back of Jason McGill, the departure of Jackie McNamara? How has that affected your preparations today?
We've had to stay focused, to be professional. I spoke with the chairman 2 or 3 days ago, and I had a real good conversation, and it's about us focusing on the grass. We can't be distracted from anything else, and there's nothing to be distracted for, in my opinion. We've got to make sure out there that we don't have any room for excuse, and that's all I'm here about. I've got to make sure that the players prepare right, perform right, and that's what I'm here to do.
There's plenty of uncertainty. A lot of the fans used that word when we spoke to them tonight, I suppose, with what might go forward with the new board. What about for you and the players? What sort of assurances have you been given about finances at the moment, about the sort of support you'll have at board level? How much has been said at this point to make you certain that you're going to have the tools that you need to make sure this club can concentrate on the field matters going forward?
We've just got to focus on this weekend's game, and I think that's the most important thing.
Have you been given any assurances about finances and the like? Because I suppose that the withdrawal of Jason McGill will make people ultimately question, will there be money till the end of the season? How does that work for you and the playing staff as well?
Yeah, there's no change. We know we're here, we've got to win games, and we've got to be ready for the next game.
And does that change at all in the fact that it's going to be not Jackie McNamara in ahead of you? I suppose there's going to be a different board of people above you giving you the support that you need to do your job. How will you see that going between now and the end of the season?
Well, you know, it's you've got to manage upwards and you've got to manage downwards, and I think, you know, Jason McGill's been fantastic for this football club, and we've got to make sure that ourselves on the pitch perform for Jason McGill, for the chairman, and for the fans. I think that's what it's about.
Are you sorry to see him go? I mean, you wrote in your programme notes about, obviously he was a big part in you coming here and you wanting to do well for him as the chairman. Is it sad that really for a club that he's put so much time and energy into that it's come to this, that this is his time to step away from the club at this point? Well,
I think everybody in the north of England knows Jason McGill as York City. You know, I think he's proven that the length of time. I don't know of any chairman that's been involved and put in their wealth and the life to give everything to a club and been at a club for as long as he has. It's unheard of. You know, and I've worked at Darlington, and we don't realise how lucky we are. You know, I've had a chairman every 12 months. In 5 years, I had 5 different chairmen, step in, step out, different board. You know, it's about stability, and you know, I came here because of that, and you know, I owe everything to the chairman, Jason McGill. He's been fantastic, and we've got to now get back on track. We've got to focus on Saturday and make sure that we perform again. I
suppose knowing what you know, then you can appreciate how people will feel uncertain about the moment. You know, a sudden lack of stability where there has been so much for so long.
Well, you believe me, when you're going down rattling buckets for 5 years, it's hard.
And going forward then, obviously the promotion push was always going to be a big consequence for you this season. The club remains up for sale. Jason now is you know, in the position that he's in. How much pressure does it put on you to try and make sure that this is a National League club that someone's looking to invest in perhaps going forward?
I want to stay on the football. I think it's important that I'm here to be the manager of the football. I think we talk enough about off the pitch. It's about what we do on the pitch. Tonight we got result. I want to stay focused on that. Please give us the support that we got tonight. It was fantastic, and make sure all them people are more turn up Saturday.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Martin.
You.
Thanks for speaking to you. Martin Gray.